Hello there, fourth graders. It's Miss Hess here in the library. I understand that you're working on a unit in science about rocks, soil, and landforms. So I have a really good resource for you to learn a little more about that topic. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and go to Mac&Via. I know that's probably a surprise to you. Whoops, Mac&. And I've been there a bazillion times, so it's easy. Just go ahead and hit enter. And the network is slowed down. Okay. And then HAINER. And then it will autofill for you. Go ahead and log in. And we always use our Google. Google runs the world. Okay, and I've been here many times, so it's going to recognize me and not ask me for my password. It might ask you for your Google password, but probably not. I think you guys are using it a lot also. Okay, so today we're going to find this resource under TrueFlix. And if you remember where that is, it is under Links on the left-hand menu in the bottom. So we're looking for TrueFlix. I'm going to go ahead and copy the username and password just by highlighting it. Right click, copy, and then I'll go ahead and open now. Then I can paste with my right click. Alright, and that will get me into TrueFlix. I love this site. This site is just chock full of fantastic nonfiction resources. Okay, and wow, look, right where my cursor is where I wanted to go. We are going to go to Earth Science, which you would find your rocks under that. Makes sense, right? And we are visiting the Geology book today. So please click there. So today, my dastardly plan was we're going to watch the video together and then just read one little chapter out of that Geology book, okay? And then I'll leave you to it to come back to this book perhaps and read more about it, or maybe some other topic if we just click back one more time. Under Earth Science, you might find another section that you find interesting too, right? So, okay, again, I'm going to Geology. We'll watch the video. And I'll go ahead and make it big.
Is it true that the tallest mountains on Earth are growing even taller? Yes. The Himalayas, home to Mount Everest and other lofty peaks, are rising at a rate of 5 millimeters per year. That's because the plates that form Earth's crust are constantly pushing against each other. Deep below South Asia, the pushing force is so great that one plate is being lifted sharply. Through the centuries, this action formed the Himalayas. These plates are still pushing today, and the lifting continues. Scientists who study how mountains form are called geologists. Geology is the study of rocks, which is really the study of Earth itself. Volcanoes, earthquakes, and other powerful events have helped shape our planet. So too have more gradual forces, such as erosion. The story of these processes can be traced in the ways rocks have formed and where they've traveled. Geologists use this knowledge to understand Earth's past and to plan for its future.
Okay, so
to find out more about geology, the study of rocks, read the book.
And if you made your screen bigger, at this point you just hit escape and it will take you back. And we want to read the book, so I'll click on that. All right, now I am not going to read through this whole book with you today. Like I said, we're just going to focus on one chapter. And that's what happens a lot of times with nonfiction books. We often use nonfiction books for research, right? For adding to our learning. So sometimes it's just not necessary to read a nonfiction book cover to cover. So we're going to have a look at the table of contents, which is here. You'll see that there are 5 different chapters with different topics within this book. And I thought that chapter 4 would be a really good one to read through together today. And then you can return to this book, like I said earlier, and see if you would like to read more, okay? Now, this is off my screen right now. It's just below here. There's a little white box that you can type in the page number that you want to go to. So I'm going to go ahead and go to page 30 because that's what the rock cycle is on, and then I just hit enter. All right, so the rock cycle. And I am not going to read all the little captions about the pictures. I'll let you guys do that. We're just going to read through the main text together, okay? So the rock cycle. The Earth is constantly changing. Major events such as volcanoes and earthquakes and even erosion may seem random. These changes are all part of a pattern, however. This pattern is called the rock cycle. Rocks and minerals are created, destroyed, and renewed. Some events in the cycle occur over millions of years. Other events, such as volcanic eruptions, occur quickly. Geologists divide the rock cycle into 3 basic stages. Each stage creates a certain kind of rock: igneous, sedimentary, or metamorphic. The stages can be happening at the same time at different places on the Earth. Igneous rocks. One stage in the rock cycle creates igneous rocks. Igneous rocks begin as magma. In certain deep locations deep inside the Earth, temperature and pressure are just right to melt rock into magma. Some magma travels to the surface through volcanoes. After escaping the volcano, the magma cools very quickly. I have a question for you out there. What do we call cooled magma on top of the Earth? You guessed it. It's called lava. Okay, and there's a lava field right there. Miss Hess is lucky that I grew up in Hawaii, and I used to go to the Big Island of Hawaii, and I got to tour Volcanoes National Park, which is a very interesting place with lots of landscapes that look like that lava field right there. Anyway, some magma rises toward the Earth's surface but cannot escape the crust. This magma cools and hardens anyway. Because it is not exposed to the cool air at the Earth's surface, the process takes thousands of years. Magma might harden quickly or slowly. Either way, hardened magma becomes solid igneous rock. Settling into sedimentary rock. As plates collide, some rocks are pushed up into mountains. At the same time, erosion wears down those mountains. Erosion also wears down volcanoes and igneous rocks. Wind and rain can carry the soil and rock particles away. They are deposited into valleys, onto lake beds, and on the ocean floor. Okay, and there's your soil topic in there too, right? When eroded pieces of rock are moved to a low spot in the earth or ocean, they begin to pile up. This process is called deposition. Dead plants and animals might also pile up with the soil and rock particles. This layer of materials is called sediment. As more and more materials pile on, the weight presses the lower levels of sediment into solid rock. The solid material created in this stage is called sedimentary rock. Okay, that leaves us with one more main type of rocks, right? Okay, and that's metamorphic. Metamorphic rocks under pressure. As the sedimentary layers build up, the deepest ones come under intense pressure and heat. This can also happen to igneous rocks located deep beneath the Earth's crust. The pressure and heat change the chemical makeup of these rocks. their minerals are forced to change or morph into other kinds of minerals. As they change in this stage, they turn into metamorphic rocks. Heat and pressure can also change one kind of metamorphic rock into another. The rock cycle continues. Rocks caught between two colliding plates can sometimes be slowly pressed downward. As they move closer to the mantle, they experience more of the mantle's intense heat. They may also be involved in chemical reactions that occur only at plate boundaries. The heat and chemical reactions melt the rocks into magma. The magma collects, and some of it travels to the Earth's surface. It cools and hardens into igneous rock, beginning the cycle again. Okay, and that was a little bit about the rock cycle and the three types of rocks. So, we are going to stop right there. That was that one chapter, chapter 4, within the geology book. I hope you found that a little bit interesting. I always like watching those videos at the beginning because it always gets me a little more interested in the book. So please take some time to explore this book and others inside TrueFlix. Okay? All right, fourth graders. I will see you soon. Have a good day.